Form 3.3 is the tally sheet. It is required if you are expecting your PEIMS clerk to enter this data into Frontline. If you are not going to have your PEIMS clerk enter the data, then this form is optional and you can use any format that makes sense to you to do your tally sheets. The tally sheet that we're going to go over is designed in a way that it would automatically tell you how many sections you need. So that is option 1, automatic counts. However, we've learned that some master schedulers prefer to do the counts manually or using a method that they've been trained on previously. And so you can do a manual count. And so as we go through this, we will be sure to clarify which is which. So the first thing you will need to do on Form 3.3 is enter the teacher information in columns A through E. This is true whether you're using option 1 or option 2. And so the PCN is the most important number. And if you have a teacher that has left that PCN number, you can use vacant for the last name and use the subject area, biology, English 2 for the teacher first. And that will serve for any of your vacancies and helps us make sure that your new biology teacher gets assigned to the correct PCN. Once you have that in, you're going to run the tally sheet from Frontline. It's officially called the Course Request Totals Report, and you can find that in Frontline. These are the parameters that you will use. I have created a profile on mine named Tally Sheet to make this a little bit easier. And you will want to run its output type in a Microsoft XLS so that it can be exported and edited. This is also a step you will need to complete, whether you are doing the manual, which is option 2, or the automatic, which is option 1. And if you're choosing to do your own tally form, this tally sheet still gives you your counts out of Frontline, so you would use this in that situation as well. Once you've exported the tally report, you will highlight columns A through Y, and then you can right-click and choose copy, or you can come up here and click copy. And that way you save this information to your clipboard. This is only required if you want the automatic option. If you are doing the manual option, you can just manually transfer the information you need directly into the spreadsheet. In your master schedule dashboard, you have a tab called Frontline Tally Report. This is the tab where you will paste the information that you have just copied from the tally report. So you will go to cell A3. You'll see there's 2 arrows pointing to it. Right click inside that cell, choose Paste Special, and choose Values Only. Or you can click inside that cell, go to Edit, Paste Special, and select Values Only. And it'll paste everything into the spreadsheet that you have. The next step we recommend is that you sort by either course ID or course name. This will put all of those extra blank rows that you don't need at the bottom, and you can delete them. In addition, at this point, you can go in for any of these course names and type in a new course name that makes it easier for you to understand or remember when we're working with our counts. So you don't have to have the official name here. It can be an abbreviated name that helps you out. You also want to make sure any courses that weren't on choice slips. So, for instance, if you didn't have honors classes on choice slips, but you're going to put students in honors classes, then you would want to make sure you insert a row and add those as well. And this is also where you want to rearrange these into the order where like if you want all of your art classes together, all your band classes together, this is where you would do it. Or if you want like all your sixth grade classes together and all your seventh grade, this is where you would do that as well. Once you have that frontline tally report tab all cleaned up and organized like you want, you're ready to go to Form 3.3. Now, if I chose not to do the manual or the automatic, and I'm doing this manually, this is the option 2, you will need to type in the course ID and the name of each course, one per column going across the top of Form 3.3. If you did option 1, when you move to Form 3.3, this auto-populated for you, and it will be in the order in which the rows are in order on the Frontline Tally Report tab. So now you should have your courses, and then down here you should have your teacher names. The next thing you're going to do is go in and put your class size under each one. How many students can be in each class? And you enter that number in row 3 under each course. This will then automatically use this number to calculate how many sections you need of each course. Once you know how many sections of each course you need to assign sections to each teacher. So you would find the teacher that's going to teach that class, and then where they intersect, you would put in the number of courses that he or she, or how many sections he or she will teach of that course. And up here, you want to get this number to 0 so that you know that you have enough course sections to place all of your students. If you're choosing not to use Form 3.3, just be sure that you have this information before you start the next phase, which is entering it into Frontline. You will need to know a list of teachers, when their conference period is, when they will have PLC, if applicable, in other courses, what they will teach, how many sections they need of each course, and any special requirements or requests, such as must have fourth period off. That is the information you will need if you choose to do this on a different form.